Welcome back, guys. My name is Patrick, aka Chief Pat, and today bringing you guys sneak peek number 2 for the new update coming out in Clash. So today's sneak peek was that we're going to be having a revamp of a couple of spells we have in the game already, including the Earthquake spell and the Poison spell. So let's go ahead and hop into it right now. So first of all, talking about the Poison spell, one of the problems with the Poison spell right now is when it came out, as you guys might have noticed, it sort of killed diversity inside of the clan castle. You could no longer have barbarians, archers, witches, or wizards, or any of those type of low hit point troops, because it would instantly start doing a pretty solid amount of damage and take those guys out before they could even make it to, I guess, like, I don't even know, not even get close to your troops sometimes if you placed a perfectly placed poison spell. So anyways, let's talk about what they changed today. And the new poison spell is actually going to scale up in damage the longer it's on the ground. So you might have noticed when I first dropped the spell, it wasn't doing that much damage, but as the seconds tick by, the poison spell will keep doing increased amount of damage to units within its radius. So it speeds up as the units become sicker and sicker. So it's a pretty interesting change. And if you drop 2 poison spells on top of each other, you can sort of think of it as a single target Inferno Tower. The longer someone is being affected by the single targeted Inferno Tower, the longer they're going to be dealt, or the more damage they're going to be dealt over time. And if you drop 2 poison spells on top of each other, let's say rather than 12 seconds it takes for the poison spell to do a max amount of damage, it'll cut that in half and be only 6 seconds. So it just makes it so it accelerates faster, and the poison spell will reach its cap damage a little bit quicker. I tested it out on heroes as well. It still didn't work that well, so I don't recommend you use it against heroes. But one cool thing about the new poison spell is it actually reduces the attack rate of defending troops that it's being used on. So you could use it on a dragon inside of the clan castle, and that dragon's actually going to attack your troops less quickly, which turns out to be a pretty nifty thing when you use it inside of some of your attacks. So next up is the Earthquake spell. So the Earthquake spells are going to be changed to where it's actually going to do a little bit more damage, to where your first Earthquake spell on top of a building is going to do 25% damage regardless of how many hit points the Earthquake spell has. So even if an Earthquake spell attacks a building that has 20% health points left, it's actually going to just destroy that building completely. It no longer goes on percentage health left, rather than how many times a building's been affected by an Earthquake spell. So repeated Earthquake spells are going to do a diminishing amount of damage. As you can see, I dropped a couple of Earthquake spells. The first one did 25% damage, and the ones after it weren't as powerful, but 4 Earthquake spells are still going to always destroy any type of wall. And I think Earthquake spells are actually going to be more powerful now against lower level walls. But anyways, let's just go ahead and test out this right here. You can see I dropped 2 sort of crummy lightning spells, but seeing as this air defense had less than 25% hit points left, since this was the first Earthquake spell I dropped on top of this air defense, it's going to deal 25% damage and take out that air defense completely. So that's a pretty nifty thing. You won't have to use 3 lightning spells anymore. You could use 2 lightning spells and an Earthquake spell, as well as one tiny thing about the freeze spell is you're now able to freeze air troops. This is a nifty little addition. No longer are you going to only be able to freeze ground troops. You can freeze dragons, lava hounds, minions. So another little addition to the freeze spell. And like we talked about the lightning spell yesterday, it got a couple of additional changes as well. So again, for a quick run through of what they changed with the spells. First of all, the poison spell is going to do scaling damage now, so it'll start off weak, but it's going to get more damage over time and eventually do a crazy amount of damage, as you saw against that dragon. For the Earthquake spell, the Earthquake spell is going to deal way more damage regardless of the building's current hit points. It's just going to do 25% damage on the first spell that you drop on a building, and then each other spell that you drop on that same building, it's going to do a diminishing amount of damage. Trust me, I tested it out, and I actually dropped like 50 Earthquake spells on a single building using the development build, and it really didn't kill the building, like 50 Earthquake spells, so that you can see how the damage goes down. And then finally with the freeze spell will be able to freeze air troops, and you can finally get rid of those dragons and lava hounds that are super annoying inside of the clan castle. So that's going to do it for the spell revamp video. I hope this made complete sense to you guys. I'm going to link some more stuff inside of the description below if you guys want to check it out, but some pretty neat changes. I really like especially the poison spell change, so it makes it so you can use different troops inside of the clan castle instead of just dragons and lava hounds and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty awesome stuff, and it's going to be interesting as well to see how those new Earthquake spells are implemented into the game to sort of assassinate a couple of buildings. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like, and until next time, I will see you guys with sneak peek number 3. Peace out.